Hey guys, just wanted to pop back in with another message today, and that is around the idea of how less is more, actually. And I like that saying, that less is more. I think sometimes in our society where there's so many of these short-term pleasures available, there's so many of these things available where we can distract ourselves. It's harder to go for the long-term thing that doesn't have the short-term feel good thing. Sometimes when you're going for a big goal or something in life, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna suck along the way sometimes. But I think that there's like an unlimited amount of these short-term kind of dopamine feel good things in our society, such as social media, videos, food, like anything you can use that just gives you that quick hit that you don't have to do much to get. And I just want to say that I feel this a lot of the time. Less is more. you know um we don't always need more. We don't always need more information, more stimulation. We live in a time where there is literally more information created in one day than people probably could see in their entire lifetimes in the past. There's just so much. And I just want to remind you that it's not your job to carry everything the world tries to hand you. It's not your job to shoulder the burden that people try to tell you need to care about. It's up to you to decide what really matters in life. There's so many things always trying to grab you, tell you this is what you need to care about. This is what you need to care about. And guess what? Like, you only have so much attention. You only have so much energy, and that's precious. And so I just want to say less is more. I think that we can get caught up chasing these feel good feelings, going to concerts, going to the bar, going to do whatever. And over time, it's like you need more and more and more. And it's kind of just revealing, if you pay attention, the emptiness that we feel inside. And I'm not saying everyone who goes to concerts and tries to have fun is empty. But I am saying is that I feel that a lot of times it's compensated for. There's so many escapes, there's so many distractions that we can use to avoid feeling what we're feeling. And I just think less is more. I think, when I went to a meditation retreat, I went to this meditation retreat, and for 10 days, for 9 full days actually, you don't talk at all. You don't talk to anybody. You just wake up and you go through a schedule and you keep to yourself. And spending 9 days with yourself, with your own mind, without speaking to anyone it was a really hard thing, probably the hardest thing I've done. And first of all, it just really goes to show you how crazy your mind is when you have no escape. And that was kind of the point of it, to get really intimate with myself, to really get to know what's going on inside, I feel like, because we live in a society where there's so much noise, there's so much stimulation and chaos that it's hard to find time to reflect. Unless you really are intentional about it. It's hard to find silence, unless you're really intentional about getting away and finding a quiet place to be with yourself. There's always a phone. There's always someone there. There's always a radio. It's like, it's up to you, man. But I just wanted to say that at the end of this retreat, on the 10th day, you're able to talk again. And it's just throughout those 9 days, you're with yourself. You don't have anyone to say things to. And then on the 10th day, you really just see, wow, how nice it is to really talk to someone. And really, it reminded me that sometimes we need to go without things to really appreciate what they are in our life. That's why I think when you go fasting and people spend time without eating, I think that can really help you to see your relationship to food and appreciate the food, right? But when we always have everything like at our fingertip, it seems as if it's like almost truly impossible to really appreciate what we have for what it is, because we are so used to being inundated and overflowing with endless news, endless food, just endless stimulation. And so I think that when you're on a path to just chasing pleasure, you need more and more and more to feel okay. It's like chasing a high. But if you really step back and you take a break and you meditate and you remove yourself from this, then you start to really appreciate the little things in life and you realize that less truly is more, you know? Because when you refine your sensitivity and you spend time without things on purpose and you put the phone down and you sit in silence and you know, whatever, man, like do certain things to where you're consciously like, we have to consciously make an effort to take in less because, like I said, there's just so much that we're going to overflow. We're going to go insane. And I just want to remind you that it really isn't your job to carry whatever the world tries to put on you. It's not your job to carry all of these concerns and worries that people around you have. It's your job to really ground yourself and take care of your sanity, because there's just endless things to worry about if you want to worry. But we need to really focus on what's going on within ourselves in order to be of any use to the world in general. And we can only do that if we take the time to unplug and spend time alone and process what's going on. And so I just wanted to say that today, that don't be afraid to push things away. Don't be afraid to say, you know, I've had enough. I don't need more information. I don't need to endlessly scroll. I don't need to endlessly stimulate myself. Sometimes I need to unplug and be bored and search within myself. And because I just feel that we have the tools available to, we could just distract ourselves until the end of time at this point. But it might feel good for a while, but it's like, where is that leading, right? It's not leading to a meaningful life for you. It's not leading to a life you're proud of. It's leading to a life where you don't have to face your fears, you know? It's leading to a life where you don't have to really find what you're capable of, because you can just do these things that feel good. And, you know, that's kind of how it's designed. These phones, these devices, they're designed to keep you addicted and keep you, and it's just stealing your time. It's stealing your attention. It's stealing every precious, you know, ounce of like stuff that you have to give. You know, these phones just take it from you if you're gonna give it to it. So less is more, guys. You know, less talking about your problems. You know, sometimes talking about your problems more just, it makes them worse. You know, less rumination, less thinking, sometimes less worry. I know it's hard, but we have to know what we're aiming at if we want to get there. And I think for me, like, thinking about the phone and thinking about the device lately, like thinking about my usage a lot and what is it really adding to my life. And I see a big thing is it's taking time away from my life. And so it's starting to freak me out a little bit to just kind of become more aware of my relationship to the phone in general, but seeing how many people are just on it all the time as well as me, and really wanting to start to use it more intentionally and stop really wasting my time on here, because we have so much to give. We have so much within us that, you know, things that want to be created, things that want to be realized and shared. And so I just would encourage you to assess, you know, just your usage with the device too, and not be afraid to take time for yourself, to sit with yourself, to write in a journal, to, you know, just sit in silence, really. Go for a walk without your phone and just, you know. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share this message today of less being more sometimes. And in order to really feel the less that is more, we have to take a step back and not feel like we have to constantly be stimulating ourselves. And you can really start to see and appreciate the small things in life once you start to slow down and really pay more attention to what's around you. So God bless you guys, and I'll see you soon.